Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading the charge is the UCF product who hails from right there in the Orlando area in Altamont Springs, Blake Bortles.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Ricky.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Bortles. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike, 58, right there. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Hurry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
On second down, here's Henry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Tight dog. Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
A first down carry for Henry. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Derrick Henry. And out of bounds right around the 20. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Trubisky fighting the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Bortles now to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. A gain there of 21 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
80 weapons.
36.
On first down, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bortles. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I don't think you got it, son.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 51 yards on the punt there, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's got Burton here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. 1st down, a run with Cohen. Gets past one man, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 9, check 9. Hey! Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Kill. Ready?
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On the return is Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Get up! 180! Mike 54! Watch the slap! Move.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Robinson's got it. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Come on, baby!
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Trubisky will throw, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Yeah, good job.
Taylor Gabriel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Braunecker. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game...
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
61, matchbox lights. You better be afraid of me. Shift.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Two times. Protein spilled.
Got three. Three down. Deuce.
They go.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
You better be ready next time.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Check 99. Check 99. Check 24. Check 24.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Bortles. Complete. Smith has it. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, and that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
You don't want no problems with me.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Bortles. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Bortles, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. He won't go down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, It's Cohen, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Down. 10 Lobo. Mike 58 right there. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit. Watch the shit. Topper. Topper. Five.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
80 weapon. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bortles. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's go now.
Bortles now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Get it.
They run on first down with Jackson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajae Sharp. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Fights through and now a crease. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 38, Bortles. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw, Bortles. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your friend.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
It's our time. 42's a mark. 42's a mark. You're
Go.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
You can't do.
Bortles to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
His team showed up.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's got Burton here. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. Watch the edge.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.